A-level stats. Let's give this question a go. But first, pause the screen to read the question and give it a go yourself first. So, I'm not actually going to do part A because it wants you to show the value of k. And to do that, we just need to add up all of these values. So we want to find the sum of the probability that d is equal to d and make it equal to 1 because that is the entire set. And then you'll have k over 10 plus k over 20, etc., equals 1. Find a common denominator, it's 600, I think, times it across and solve. So part B, we want to find that the probability that d1 plus d2 is equal to 80. So we want to find the probability that d1 plus d2 is equal to 80. So we need to consider how we can get to 80. We can't use 10 and we can't use 20 because we would have to add 70 and 60 and we don't have a value of d that is 60 or 70. So we have three ways. We could either make it, well, let's do a d1 and a d2 column. We can either do 30 and 50, 50 and 30, or 40 and 40. But it doesn't matter which way round these are, it's going to be the same. So what we can say is to get to our answer, we can do k over 30 times k over 50 twice. So one for this and one for that. And then we can add k over 40 and we'll square it because it's timesing to itself. We then have the value from k from part A, which was 600 over 137. We can sub it in to find that the probability that d1 plus d2 is equal to 80 would therefore be 0.0376. And that is to 3SF. Okay, part C. So, once again, I'm going to read the question from here, so I'll read it out to you guys. There's a simple observation made. The value of d is the common difference of an arithmetic sequence. The first four terms of this arithmetic sequence are the angles measured in degrees of a quadrilateral. So, we have an arithmetic sequence, and we have the first four terms. So the first term is always a, the second term is a plus d, the third term is a plus 2d, and the final term is a plus 3d. And we are told that the sum of this are the angles of quadrilateral, which is 360. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4a plus 4, 5, 6d equals 360. So that's 2a plus 3d equals 180. Okay. We are then told that we want to find the exact probability that the smallest angle of Q is more than 50. So on the probability that the smallest angle of Q is 50. So in this situation, to ensure that the smallest angle of Q is 50, if we use d equals 10, d is 10, then A would give us 150 divided by 2 is 75. That works because that is bigger than the 50 degrees. If d is equal to 20, so then that would give us 60, 120, and then divided by 2 is 60. So this works. If d is 30, we're going to get 90, 90 divided by 2 is 45. That would mean that Q is less than 50, so actually I'll write that out. Therefore, it does not work. So we only have to consider when d is 10 and d is 20. So, we want the probability that d is either 10 or 20. So, the probability that d is 10 is k over 10. The probability that d is 20 is k over 20. Common denominator is 20. Times by 2 is 2k, plus k is 3k. And once again, we can just sub in our 600 over 137. And that will give us the answer 90 over 137. Right, I hope that was helpful. Let me know what you guys thought, and if you want to see any more stats questions, drop in the comments.